Man, I really gotta clean these windows. But it started raining out there. It's on the outside. Started raining out there, so jumped ahead a little bit and started doing some other stuff that we were trying to get off of the whiteboard. So I brought the trailer bearings and all that. After I took all the trailer apart and everything, and it started raining, I came in and I started tearing on the four-wheeler. And I got it all stripped down and found out I had all the wrong parts. So that's good. And then we got to the trailer bearings and I had all the wrong parts. So most of the video is just me cussing about everything. But we got the trailer bearings so I can put those in. I repainted these, made them look good. Got my work boots on, Cabela's work boots. Brought to you by Cabela's. I got these all cleaned up and painted. All that really matters is this part that's going to stick out. Putting the races in there, seating those. Get those ready, and then we'll be able, boom, we'll start packing those bearings full of greases and sticking them in there. But now that we got all the right ones for that job, we can do that. Only went to the store twice on that. Over here's where we're screwed though, because I got all this. There's a bunch of stuff to take off. Took all the plastics off, took the bars off, took everything out, got the stem out of it. And once I got the stem out and got to this stem clamp, I realized that that's not gonna fit. That's not the right one. That don't go in there at all. So I thought, well, let's check the bearing. And then I put the bearing on the end of here, get this up in the vise, and see how that does that tells me, that sound, that tells you it's the wrong size. So, I mean, we could run it, but it ain't gonna work. So, the good news about this was I ordered it from China, so won't be able to get any money back out of it. And then the other good news is that the only one of this I could find was OEM, and it's $30 for that. Could have went down, probably got a piece of hose at the auto store that's the same, whatever. So I got one of those coming that has a Honda H on it. Everything else is fine. When we were going through, remember I was saying the other day that this here was thrown down the mountain, and if you see where it's rusty at, this is up under the neck. So these are the handlebars here, right? Your handlebars go up right there. So you can see the reason there's the new handlebars on there is because it did a little flipperoonie down a hill. We got some stress points up in that weld. Actually, that weld looks pretty factory, so I don't know if they redid it or not, but you can see it stressed out up in there, right there where it started rusting. There's no reason for it to rust right up underneath there unless it hit and got bent and cracked that paint and got moisture in there. My opinion, that's just my opinion, okay? I'm not an expert, right? Now, if I say something on here and I use the wrong word and say the wrong piece, all you got to do is go down in the comments and just keep it to yourself, okay? I have my experience. I know what I'm talking about. You know better, go ahead. Keep it to yourself down there. It'd be great. So, that stressed out a little bit. Anyway, and I don't know that that goes in a straight line. We'll worry about that later. So this is at a standstill. We're done there. That's going to sit until the 9th or the 11th, whenever the other piece shows up. I still got to pound the bearing out from down here. But the problem is, I got to come up underneath, and it gives you about, where's that beater? Get the beater stick, and you'll see you get about this much room to try to pound that bearing out of there. So I've been squirting her with the knocker loose, trying to do my best to beat it out of there, but we might have to go over to Harbor Freight and get an ATV jack. Mostly because I don't want to work on anything. I'd rather just go to the store and buy some stuff instead. But I don't know. Sunday kind of got, well, this was going to be the day. I was going to button up. Like I said, we didn't do anything up there on time frame. So we've got 3 years to complete the project. But let's go back to the whiteboard, see if we got anything we can do. Oh, I fixed the heat shield. Remember on the four-wheeler? Let's get that off of there. Washer and screws for the heat shield. Boom, boom, boom. I'll show you what we did to fix that. That was easy. What else we got? Trailer, bearings, no tires. We decided we don't need tires. Tires are good. Boom, boom. Tires off the list. We just need the bearings and put those back on there. So we're getting done. We already went up there to Jim's, left parts up there, so that took us an extra 5 hours. Nothing on the four-wheeler. So that's where we are. On the four-wheeler, neck bearings. Oh, brake tank. We can do the brake tank. We'll paint that header eventually. Repair the heat shield. Get that right off of there. Head on over here. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to get new screws and stuff for it, but I didn't go to the store. I already had beers, so I had no reason to go to the store. But this was a weird contour up in here, and I couldn't quite get a washer in there to sit right. So if you look back behind it, there's a lock washer, which gave me the perfect angle because it's a lock washer. Doesn't do this, it does this. So I don't know, but so it fit down in that angle and everything, just perfect. So all you got to do when you got a situation like that is you go over, you got to have one of these. A guy's got to have one of these right here. This is everything. And what you do with this is you take whatever the biggest thing you can find in there, ink pen, big old eye screw, and you just start doing that, and eventually turn it, go like this again, and eventually you'll find some pennies and some dimes, but you do it enough, you do it enough, and a washer will pop out. And I put one of those in there, and that angle on it made the screw come in flat. So see, we have more of them. If we need to repair it again, we got extra. So we'll put it back down in there at the bottom, cover it up. So if we need to find it again, it's all the way down at the bottom. Use an ink pen, whatever. But I highly recommend getting yourself one of these. Every set of screw you can imagine, anything you'd need, there's one of these in there. I mean, look, you know, you're going to be putting something together, and you're going to need that to hold it up. You got one of those. You got a gate hinge, you know, strap down some cableage. You got everything in here that you need to fix anything. You want to fix the closet? You want to put up a new doweling in the closet to hang your coats on? Man, yeah, you get one of these. You want to go shoot BB guns? Do a whippet or two? I got, what else we got in there? I don't know, man. Look at that. You want an L bracket, something? Anything you need. I highly recommend getting yourself a coffee can full of shit so you can root around in there for a while and try to find something that's probably not going to be what you need, but it'll work. So, where are we at for the Sunday update on working on shit? That's not done because I can't get parts. These just need to be pounded in and we're done. I can pound on that all day long. I don't have to be pound on it right now. I'm not going anywhere. Tomorrow's Monday. We got to go to work. Ain't going riding. So we could sit out here, drink about 32 beers, and just pound on those things all night long. Then we just grease them up, get them ready to go, and then put them right back on there. Good to go. Good to go. So we'll be able to patch those up tonight. Get the bearings put in. We got the bearings. We got the right here. We got the seals, bearings, seals, everything. And this is all the right parts this time. So that's fun. That's really fun when you get the right parts. And then the seals. Hey, I don't go there. God damn it. Flip it over. The seal is gonna drop down in there. Once the bearing, you gotta put the bearing in first. Put the bearing in there. But we'll pack it. I don't have a grease gun, so we'll do it by hand. I'll show you that. That'd be a good ASMR one, packing bearings. You just hear me breathing and grease squirting. Anyway, I'll bare hand it too. I'll bare hand it for you so you can watch me bare hand some grease. And I won't say a word. That'll be just for you. So that everything goes in there, and that'll just pinch it all up nice. But I got new hubs for it too, little covers. The old ones were rubber in the middle, and as soon I went to when I went to take them off, I grabbed onto it, and my finger went straight through, and this was just the whole hub was filled with grease. I'm like, oh, that's okay, cool. So the new ones I got have a little cap, and they got a grease fitting on them to where I can, after I grease the bearings, after I get it remounted, then I can come back with the grease gun and just pump this whole thing filled with grease. So the whole axle is full of grease rather than just in the bearing. You know what I mean? So this whole thing will just be. But that one, we'll get to that. We're going to get that done. So we'll accomplish something. Feel pretty good about ourselves because we got something done. That one, I don't know, man. I really like ordering the wrong parts and not checking them when they get here and let them sit for a couple weeks to make sure I can't return them before I find out if they're going to fit. But in the set that I got where the bearing doesn't fit and the neck rubber doesn't fit, got a brand new cotter key, which worked out perfect because this was missing the cotter key. You can't see it. It's in there. Where's this go? It was missing the cotter key, so now we got one of them done. We can lock it back on there. Cotter pin, whatever the hell it is. So I think we made some progress. I think we made enough to where we can say, hey, we did something. A few more hours of just sitting out here drinking beer, watching cop videos, and bullshitting with my brother when he gets back from having lunch. We'll have half of something almost complete. And that is just, a full day of just sitting in here beating on stuff with a hammer and taking things apart is a heck of a lot better than going to work. Sometimes. So there we are. There's the Sunday update. I guess, if I'm able to do anything else, if I get a wild hair, maybe we'll do another one. Who knows? I'll make a compilation thing that's got more of the work in it, but most of it I didn't get filmed because it started raining on me. But that beautiful little trailer, clean the windows, would you? That beautiful little trailer is going to be back on the road in no time. Oh, and I got wiring for it too, because the wiring pin's all chewed. Oh, no, the wiring pin's on the truck. Look at that beautiful truck out there. The wiring pin on the truck, the tabs are busted off. So I got to put a new wiring thing on that so it can hook that up and then the lights work. It'll be brand new. So we just got to paint the wheels. Where are we at? Let's wrap it up with, we still got to get high heat muff paint. I went to the store and I didn't get any because I was focused on getting the other stuff. Oil. I have the oil. I forgot I'd already ordered oil. Trailer. We just got to finish the bearings. This stuff, we don't have to worry about any of that. Just the oil and the paint the header eventually. Those are 3-year jobs. We'll get to them. So, and then number 4, right? Next Saturday, we should have, I can do this. I'll get on that. You got the brake tank. Let me go see if I can find it. And it just started raining again. So that's good. I can use that as an excuse to stop doing stuff. So I was thinking about trying something here. This little guy just goes on right there in place of that one because we couldn't get this one open. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll get some vice grips on that and pinch it right at the top. Put this back on there and fill it up and then unpinch it and see if we can get away without having to bleed them and all that. But you never know. It's only one break, so it's not that hard to bleed. You just do it right here and right there. Loosen it up, but whatever. We'll see. Hey, that's custom. What is that? Huh, that's baling wire back there. Man, we did get a deal on this thing. I don't know what, oh, that's the parking brake delete. Yeah, custom parking brake delete. I find something new on this thing every day. Loving it. But yeah, so that'll be a job we'll do today. That's one we can actually get done and take off the board, and not take off the board just because we decided not to do it. It's good to have ones on there that you can wipe off easy. It's like if you put something on there, like change the litter box, then you can start doing all these jobs that don't work out, that you got the wrong parts for, you know, that you had too many of those and you don't want to finish them. Then you can just go over to the whiteboard and be like, oh yeah, I gotta empty the kitty litter. And then instead of erasing them as you do them, you cross it out. So then it looks like you did something. So we'll just, up here where we erased that one, don't put those in your mouth. Kitty litter. Boom. Now what you can do, you got to get another color so it looks like you actually did it. And you just take the green here and we'll be like, oh hey, we got the kitty litter off the list. Boom. Nailed it. Sense of accomplishment. Feel like I did something. Even though I didn't change the litter box yet. It's right there. Still got poop in it. But there you go. That's where we're at. I guess we'll drink beer and watch drag racing. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll do some work next time instead of just wish we had the right parts. Stay safe out there, have a good time, and enjoy your family and friends, I guess. See you, dudes.